So right now, I'm at Osu Beach. And this is a fishing community. You can see the boats here. It's like a ground person. Yeah. One day money or something like that. Yeah. So right now we are in the zoo. I'm about to show you a lot of places. Let's go into the video. You see that building over there? This is Osu Castle.
Now, around 1693, as part of the trading activities that happened here, a Ghanaian by name Asimeni from Akwamufie managed to defeat the Danes of Christiansburg. He became the first black governor of Christiansburg in 1693. Within 1 year, Asimeni had been able to establish himself so much well that all the Europeans here were trading with him. So it was rather through a negotiation he agreed to sell the castle back to the Danes. The Danes paid 50 marks of gold. After selling it, Asimeni also decided to walk away with all the bunch of keys that they used in locking up here. About 30 pieces of them. As we speak today, if you go to Akwamufie in the chief's palace, the keys are now part of their chief's possessions, where they display to the public that somebody from that small town was the first black governor of Christiansburg. Within the same period, around 1840, there was a report that the plantation was not profitable as compared to the slave trade that happened earlier. And that forced the Danes to sell the castle to the British for £10,000 sterling in 1850. When the British bought this place, they were then using Cape Coast Castle as their headquarters. So in 1894, the British decided to relocate their headquarters from Cape Coast Castle in Cape Coast to Christiansburg in Osu, Accra. And that accounts for the reason we changed our first capital town from where? Cape Coast to Accra back then. The British were in charge of us as our colonial masters until 1957 when we gained independence through Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Now because of the safety of this area, this is where Dr. Kwame Nkrumah also decided to stay. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah used here as his presidential palace. Christiansburg wasn't built this huge. It was a small fort that the Danes started from. But as a result of increase in trade volumes, they had to expand it. And at every point where the expansion took place, a date was written. Where we are currently happens to be the market square or the courtyard during the trading era. Depending on what was kept here, you could have a storeroom or a dungeon. If it is barrels of whiskey, gunpowder, textiles that are stored here, then you have a storeroom. If it is human beings in shackles, chained to the walls over here too, then you have a dungeon. During the peak of the trade, you could have as much as 60 to 50 or 50 to 60 people here. This is our presidential walkway. This is where ambassadors, presidents, when they come for state visit, this is where they will walk through to be received by the president at the Credential Hall, which is a room upstairs. The middle part of this staircase is blocked because it was only president, governors, and ambassadors that uses the middle part. That's the Osu Lagoon, and there's a newly constructed landing site for the fisher folks over there. I think they finished about 2 weeks ago. They are not done yet.
This is your man, Lord M.A., and it's about to rain. You can see the sky. It's about to rain, Charlie. This rain there, it go be wild. Yeah. So I'll see you in the video. I want to show you guys the nightlife in Osu. So follow me.
Welcome to the bedroom of Queen Elizabeth II, the Queen of England, in 1961 when she came to Ghana. This is the bed and the wardrobe that was prepared or made for her. This same bed and room with the wardrobe was also used by Prince Charles, the Prince of Wales, in 1977. But this is St. Francis Xavier Catholic Church. Right from 1950, we started expanding the castle to what we have, the new castle. Wherever we visited is part of the old castle. From 1957, the new castle was added or expanded. That is where you have the office for the president, the vice president, and some of the ministers. This was their office. But the late First Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings decided to use this place as his office. Okay, so you've just been through the door of no return. So through this door, you have the smaller boats here that will load you to the bigger ships. The bigger ships will be about 200 meters away. The final part of the tour brings us to the ancestral home of the Osu Alata people, or the Osu people. This is where the Osu Alata people were staying, and they sold part of the land to the Danes to build Christiansborg. The Danes also ended up selling the castle to the British. Because this is the ancestral home of the Osu people, they have a shrine in the garden. Every year during Homowo, this is where they start from.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. See the small boy, you see the strength he gets. They push this big thing. Charlie, this guy get power. Really? Let me try. Come, let me try this one. Or this one. Can I push this thing? Oh, it's not really heavy. I thought it's heavy though, but wow. Let's go.